everyone. Thank you for coming. We're just gonna jump right in. I'm Sky. I'm Matthew Thomas. I'll be moderating this panel today, which is on discursive practices from South Asia. And we have this quite institutional panel with us and an artist too. So we have Amol Patil, who's kind of been zooming in from Taipei, where he is at the moment. And then maybe everyone could just introduce themselves a little bit before we get started. Does that sound good? Would you like to give them?
Hi, my name is Rahman. I'm senior curator at Hayward Gallery. And shall I just say the reason why we're all here? Because of Hayward's collaboration with the Durjoy Foundation and Coach Binari, presenting Amal's first institutional solo exhibition in the UK, and also actually Europe or elsewhere as well, which opened just slightly more than a week ago in London, and that's why we're all here.
I'm Shweta Patel. I am a writer and researcher. I'm also a consultant now to the Kochi Biennale, International Partnerships and Programs, and I'm one of the founding team of the Biennale.
Hi, I'm Durjoy Rahman, founder of Durjoy Bangladesh Foundation. Yoma already mentioned why we are here, so it's about DBF, KMB Award, and collaboration with Hayward, and the conversation for today. Thank you.
One of the tendencies of work traveling from certain regions that are kind of understood to be quote-unquote the global south is that often artists in particular, also writers, have to ventriloquize very complex histories, very complex political situations, and these can be sometimes flattened or reduced to be understandable to an international register. So before, like maybe some of the works that we've been seeing coming out of a lot of regions in the global south hit some very kind of basic semiotic registers in order to be immediately identifiable as being from certain regions. And this is something that is growing very complex with artists like Amol actually, where we're no longer relying on kind of baseline assumptions of what it means to be making work in India, for example, or making work that has like a kind of intimate family relation. Amol's practice, for instance, at least from my kind of engagement with it, is very diverse. It moves across medium. It has this kind of important focus on music and language and literature and poetry, as well as like object making at the same time. And so I think the discursive practice, in a sense, has entered at a very crucial time within contemporary tellings of history and the contemporary moment also, where we no longer want to be kind of remaking very simplistic, very kind of one-dimensional understandings of the context from which we are. And maybe like back to you, Amol, you know, and maybe you could kind of talk us through, say, the relationship of one kind of sets of poems and how they move across the different mediums that you work with. For example, you know, in recent work you've had kind of kinetic sculpture along with small film, along with specially commissioned music, and you know, this kind of you create this like quite immersive interactive environment in which there's many things going on, including how specific you are with lighting and so on. So maybe you could kind of talk us through that a little bit.
Durjoy Bangladesh Foundation develops discursive approaches with strategies around the projects by reimagining, realigning, and simplifying the topics to demonstrate skillfully to the wider audience, especially art practitioners and in the ecosystem, that how these different approaches can impact in a different land or different atmosphere. Just giving example of like what we do as a Maji Art Residency. It's a traveling residency project. Then our engagement with Kochi Biennial to bring projects from Bangladesh, which undertaken during the pandemic. And then of course this, I would say, a very ambitious DBF KMB award, and which also follows two lecture series. So as Dr. Swetal just mentioned, that had it been possible to, being a Bangladeshi foundation, to work cross borders with these topics, maybe yes or maybe no, but when Hayward got together, so it gives a new boost to this collaboration. And as I mentioned, that our approaches varies from different angles, like when we work with Hayward or when we work with Photographers Gallery for Sunil Gupta's queer approaches, or Wadham College where we are involved in restoration of Holy Qurans, or whenever we are in Berlin working with an organization which commercially supports the artist. So these are the, I would say, a wider meaning of discursive approaches within our activities that supports the culture and that supports the art ecosystem, because what is happening right now around us, I think the culture and cultural activities and the artistic effort might give a solution which maybe we all need to give attention. And foundation like ours, which is very new, founded in 2018, we're trying to approach these actions like by reimagining and redefining these objectives.
Thank you.